Hi, my name's Sam, and this is my drawer build-out video. I picked up a 2003 4Runner with the four-wheel drive V6 Sport Edition about a month ago and decided to build a drawer setup. Here's how it looks from the back of the 4Runner. The first feature I'll show you is the slide-out table. I made it to use for cooking and just to have some surface area. It's made of reclaimed lumber. Here's the drawer. So it slides fully out or it locks halfway. This way you can use the top area as some surface. These drawers lock in and out. This way when you're driving they will stay put. The side pockets actually hold quite a bit of stuff. I keep my hammock straps, toe straps, first aid kit in there. The faceplates slide right out with keyhole hangers hooked up to some screws, so it locks in place, and then that top piece just slides right in, pressure fits in place. On the right side, I keep all the dowels I need for my sleeping platform, as well as my air mattress pump and some other goodies. All these dowels have threaded male inserts, and then in the wood itself for the platform, there's a few female threaded inserts. This way I can screw all of the dowels in and have support for my sleeping platform. It's fully flat, gives you maximum headroom and storage. And just like that, it folds over. There's two hinges, making it easy to fold over, and it sits fairly flat on top of those rear seats. The two hinges gives it a better angle when it goes over. Underneath the platform there's actually quite a bit of storage space. Here's how it looks all laid out in the back of the 4Runner. The carpet makes it look pretty uniform and clean. There's a fair amount of headroom given that I'm sleeping in the back of a 4Runner. I use a single high air mattress, and there's actually plenty of headroom for me. Alright, so I'll do a little demo of my kitchen setup. I pull my Coleman stove out of the drawer, slide that top piece over, and then set it. With all that set up, there's actually quite a bit of surface area to use. The right drawer slides out too and has that same top piece, so you can use it as a table. This way I can have my stove on one of them, cutting board on another. Here's how it looks with the stove setup. After finishing it, here's how it looks. I took it camping, made some dinner, found a nice camp spot. Alright, so now it's time for the build process. Sorry for the poor videos, but I didn't document properly. So first I started with those three vertical pieces that go under the platform, and I matched the angle of the rear seats. I went ahead and added the platform section, mounting the hinges. Here's a video where I was in the middle of clamping the table, building the drawers, and upholstering the entire thing. Then I mocked it up and started drilling the inserts for all the dowels. So with all the dowels mounted, I went ahead and got the carpet on there using spray adhesive. Then I mounted the hinges again because I had to pull all the hardware out. Here's how it looks all laid out with the carpet. I got those side pieces mounted for the pockets. With the table all glued together, I made sure it fit where it's going and then sanded it down pretty good. After that, I filled it with epoxy since I'll be using it as a cutting board and didn't want any food chunks getting in there. Sanded the epoxy down and then treated it with some Clapham's Beeswax. Here's how it looks. It was partially done, but I decided to go camping anyways because I needed to check it out and break it in. So here's how that looks. And then when I got home, I actually had a package for all the handles, and I painted the edge of the table so it looks better. Mounted all the handles, and here it is, all done. Yeah, so this is how it looks with my stove on there, all the handles on there. Basically all finished. So in my drawer, these slide back and forth. The rear of the drawer is much deeper than the front, so I can actually fit a lot of cookware in there. I use square dowels to mount this top piece. It sits 1/8 of an inch below the top of the drawer, and then I can slide that thin piece of wood back and forth, and it gives me a good surface area. Here's the right drawer. I keep all my bedding in it, sleeping bag, sheets, pillow, that kind of stuff. The piece of wood actually lives underneath all that stuff because it works out best there and it won't fit on top. I was able to utilize these side pockets above the wheel wells. The back actually fits flush all the way against the back seats. Here's an up-close shot of that square dowel I used to mount the slider on top of the drawer. One of the biggest features would be the drawer slides. They're super heavy-duty locking drawer slides, and they'll lock fully out and halfway out, so you can configure however you want. When they're fully seated in the system and you're driving, they don't move anywhere, which is exactly what I was looking for. Those side pockets, like I was saying, just mount with those 2 screws, just slides right in, holds pretty snug. This is mostly just to make it look nice and have some contained storage space. In both side pockets I have 2 mounting locations. I used the factory D-ring tie-down location, and I just got some turnbuckles, mounted a eye-hook, and then cinched it all down. Here's how the handles look. I actually chose these because there were so many customization options with the width, hardware type, leather color, and I ended up going with the black leather, silver hardware, and the seller actually sent me special hardware to mount it into the table, which was really nice. Guy from Etsy. I'll put his site in the description as well as everything else. So behind the seats I actually have 2 more tie-down locations where I use turnbuckles and the factory mounting D-rings, as well as some more eye hooks, and got all 4 corners of the system tied down so it's not going anywhere. One of the biggest features I liked was the ability to use your rear seats when you're not camping. This way I can keep all my stuff in the back and use this as a daily driver, a normal car. Can still take 5 people in it, no big deal. This entire drawer setup cost me about $350. This is because wood's so expensive. I had to pay $100 and something for those nice drawer slides that lock. All the hardware, the hinges, the drawer slides, the handles. All in all, this project cost me close to $350, as well as a week's worth of time, and that was pretty much due to the price of wood, how expensive the drawer slides were. They were over $100 just for those 2 sets of drawer slides, and then mostly just in hardware, wood, and materials cost got me close to $350. Plus, I had to buy a bunch of tools. I got a new sander from Harbor Freight, a circular saw, a belt sander. I ended up needing more tools than I had to begin with, which brought up the cost. But if you are pretty set up or know someone who's pretty set up with tools, I would guess that you could get this done closer to $250, maybe less. Most of the materials I use should be in the description. I found 3 videos that I liked on YouTube that described other people's setups, and I pretty much took my favorite features of all of them and combine it into this one. So I'll leave those videos in the description as well. If you like the video, please like, subscribe, and let me know if you have any questions in the comments section. I'll do my best to get back to you.